How you doing out there? Retired Air Force veteran, currently a federal employee with the Department of Navy. Here to get into specifically the Filipino English. When you do go to Philippines, there will be a little bit of a language barrier, but not too much because a lot of those Filipinos go to school learning in English, and that can quickly be overcome. You get the understanding of what you're trying to say to each other. They may speak broken English the more further you go away from the cities and go more into the provinces. A lot of times the Filipinos are just sometimes shy to speak English too. They do have a very good vocabulary. A lot of them will just say, I don't speak English, which most of the time they do. They're just not confident about it. But once you start hanging out with them and they start opening up, they'll start speaking English to you, and it may be broken, but again, you'll be able to understand each other. Growing up, I was blessed to be born in the States. My parents came over from the Philippines. But being around the Filipino English, I didn't know then how it would bless me in my military career and my civilian career. I remember when I first got stationed in Korea after 18 months stateside, we had to go to the DMZ. It was part of our in-processing, and we had to be in our blues. I remember a Korean soldier. He was our tour guide, but we had the hardest time understanding him because he learned English in the UK and then mixed that with a Korean accent, and we were just straining to understand. Maybe not for other people, but for me definitely, because I was just trying to pick up words that I understood to just put the sentences together. Another situation is when I got stationed in Okinawa. When with my buddy, we decided to go exploring, go deeper into Okinawa, get further away from the bases. And the further away you get from the bases, the less and less English they speak. And we went to a restaurant. The waitress just did not understand what we were trying to say and called over an English-speaking waitress. Now, after a little bit of time, we asked her. We said, "Where did you learn your English from? Because you speak very fluently." And she said she spent time in the Philippines learning English. And I thought that was interesting because that's where my family's from. Another time is when I was a reservist, and our main mission was to go to Korea twice a year. I was talking to a Korean officer because our mission required us to work side by side, and there was some downtime where we could just talk, and his friends were laughing at me because they're like, "You really understand English, dude?" They said it in Hangul, which is Korean, and he told them, he said, "Yeah, because he doesn't speak fast like the other guys. I can actually understand what he's saying." And most of the Korean officers, they do speak pretty good English. It's just that confidence thing again. With my federal job, I had to go to Korea, French Canada, and Chile. So with Korea, I would put up a board, talking the most lamest terms possible so that they can understand what I'm trying to say to them. Whenever I teach foreign nationals, I don't speak fast because I know English is not their first language. When I go to French Canada, it's they speak English, they speak French. They understand most of what you're trying to say, so the tempo of speaking English can be faster there. And then with Chile, I went with another instructor, and he was teaching the theory side of it, and I was teaching the operational side of it. The other instructor, he was just going by, just blasting through, and we did have a translator at that time, and the translator had to stop him from time to time because he just kept going on and on and on. And when I taught my piece, I would talk slowly. I would give time for the translator to translate what I was trying to say, just so the information would get passed on properly. After instruction, I would hang out with those guys, and one of the students was like, "I could understand everything you said." I'm like, "Really?" Like, "Yeah, the way you speak English is, very understandable. I can pick up everything that you're trying to teach us because you're not just blasting through the information." I said, "Oh, I appreciate that, man." What's cool about him, if he said I'm ever back in Chile again, I have a place to stay. So that was cool. Building relationships. I didn't know growing up being around Filipino English was gonna bless me this way, and it's just amazing to me how when I was younger, the Filipino English was ridiculed because of how my parents spoke it or how people coming straight from the Philippines spoke it. Over time, it's blessed me with good relationships. Some of them I still keep in touch with. Just say Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, or Happy Birthdays. Every once in a while we'll talk story, but this just was on my mind because I've seen a lot of people talking about Filipino English. I wanted to say my piece about it. Hopefully you got something from this. Thanks for listening. Please be safe, take care of each other. God bless.